It's very
Adams
faint.
worked for Staffmark,
There we
a
go.
personal staffing business in Oklahoma City. The defendant's employment status was not
Yes.
known at press
It's
time.
as noisy
Lawrence
as
and
a shitty
Adams developed a
recording.
romantic relationship according to the indictment. No, we have the crappy one that's red. Don't use it.
I'm not gonna dab it.
List falsely offering essentially that's why when prospective victims a year from one of Oklahoma's first virtual doctor recommendation scheduling service.
You're live.
Yeah.
Yep, you are. You can talk right
Awesome.
away.
Good evening, everybody. How are y'all doing this evening?
Good.
Hope everybody's doing good. We've been really busy today. We got a lot of last minute preparations we're trying to get together. We're still adding vendors and booths and tables and just all these great people, artists. We're still getting everybody set up for our event that's going to go on this Saturday. So give me a second. I'm trying to make sure we've got this going. So great. So hi, Miss Monica.
Hey, Miss Carrie.
How you doing?
Hey, girl.
You know, it's a lot going on, and Larry's getting ready to get his butt back over here. But I wanted to address some things. I mean, there's been several people that are, for some reason, have found it in their heart and their soul that they wanted to do everything in their power to destroy me. Not quite sure
Only
why.
God can take you down, honey.
Yeah, I don't know why. But instead of me shooting from the hip, because people that know me very well know I have a slick mouth sometimes, and I sometimes say things I shouldn't. So my husband actually has helped me and myself put together something written. So I don't normally like to read from things, but I'm going to go ahead and read tonight because I want to make sure I get everything out.
Well, wait a second. Let's get everybody signed in. Just relax for a second.
Okay,
here.
let's get everybody signed in. I'm going to jump the gun. Get on into the steak and the potatoes.
No appetizers here.
No
huh?
appetizers here. I got shit to do. I got to address some things, and I got too many great things I'm trying to take care of today. So, but yeah, we'll give some people some time to tune in. And also, we had some people asking about volunteers. Do we need volunteers on Saturday here at the Lost Lakes for our event, the Advanced 788? And the answer is yes. As you guys know, that the Green Retreat was canceled. We were part of that event. It was canceled due to weather. That the owners of that event made that decision, and we, Monica, myself, and Sam, we made the decision to go ahead and do it. And so we were actually out there all day today. We were looking it in. We were making sure it looked good, seeing where we're going to do things. And so we've been really busy out there doing the walkthroughs and getting things put together. So the answer is yes. We need volunteers. If anyone has some time available and they would like to contribute even beforehand, because the quickness of this, we're needing as many hands on deck for the Cannon community. So if anyone would like to help us, we need some folks that might want to go out there, do some weed eating, picking up things, moving it to a different area, just rearranging like picnic tables, and just random laborish type help. You know, so anyone that would like to help us out with that, of course, we'll definitely would love to ask for that. But anyone that doesn't know what our new Facebook page is for that event, it's called Advance 788. And it's up there, and there's tickets available. And actually today, tickets are 50% off. And we've got the tickets up there for general admission. We also have camping, and there's an after party. And since we've joined forces with Urban Pride, it's not going to be just a specific industry party. It'll be open up to pretty much anyone that wants to hang out. But it's not going to be thumping and dumping and all that stuff, because after a certain time, we got to turn the bass off. So we'll have maybe some live acoustic, maybe I could talk Tig into staying later, Tig Blues, playing the guitar, and some really cool chill type stuff going on in the after evenings part. So anyway, that's something right there. So I do definitely want to talk about that. So what's going on, Larry Bear?
Hi, Miss Chronic. How are you this evening?
Man, had a rough evening.
And Monica, how are you? From Monica's the Greens Bakery over
Blessed.
there. Wonderful. The so what were we talking about?
Oh No, just talking about our event Saturday that we're going to pull off. It's going to be fantastic.
So the DJ's done at 3, so we're going to be jamming. If you've never partied with the Pride crew, it's banging. You're going to be dancing the whole time, dancing, bumping, grinding, glitties. You know what glitties are?
Tell me what it is.
It's when you pour glitter all over your titties.
I knew it had something to do with it.
I can't wait to see you
glitter
like
all
that,
over your
Larry.
titties. Oh yeah, baby. They maybe turn off
They're
the
going
music
to pay
in the
to come
background.
just for that reason.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I would pay to come see that, Larry.
Yes,
Me?
I am totally
Exactly.
down like James
I'll have my
Brown.
money
We are
gun
going to
ready
have a
start throwing out some dollar bills.
dollar holla. That's it. I'm all about that stuff. And so we're going to be rocking there. And one of the great things about it is that you don't have to go home and you can stay here. That's the
And
freaking
you don't have
awesome
to
thing
have
about
your
it.
and you don't have to
You
have
don't
your
need a
medical card.
No.
That's the purpose of our event, was to be able to have a place where you can go if you want to and get your medical card. But also, when you get your patient card recommendation form, it gets you a free ticket into the general admission. So you're not having to pay double. You actually get to come on in. So you get your patient recommendation and then come on in and enjoy the festivities. We're going to have food trucks. We're going to have live bands performing, vendor booths. Water volleyball.
Water volleyball.
I think they said we got like 6 or 8 different
Yeah.
volleyball courts we're going to put up. And
Bonfire.
Oh, the bonfire. Yes,
Bonfire.
yes.
Burning
The
Man
Burning
style
Man style
bonfire.
bonfire
That's right.
is going to be extra cool. So, yeah, it's going to be a good day. I mean, we went out there today, and it's pretty much dried up, even with a little bit of rain it did on Sunday morning. It did enough to rain out the Urban Pride. Well, it really didn't rain her out. She kind of just like, hey, let's come together. You guys are struggling, with this quick event. You're trying to get back together, and I think together we could do things better. So I was like, let me find out. And I asked the ladies, and they're like, hell yeah, let's get them out
Hell
here. Let's
yeah.
make it happen.
That's right.
So we'll bring the community together, all the communities together. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Well, that's exactly what it's all about. It's all about the community, a chance for everybody to get together and celebrate and just have a good time.
Yep.
And there's no need for anything else.
Yeah.
That's it. That's perfect. That's the thing. Weeders don't argue for long. It's just so you just spark up a bowl. It's usually the argument's over. Actually, the argument is which way is the rotation going. That's really what the big argument
Don't
is
skip
after
me.
that. So that don't skip me. That's it. And so that's what we're gonna advance it. And don't skip me. That's
Yes.
it. We're here. We're here.
slogan.
We've got a great amount of people. We've got a great organization going to make things happen there. We've got all kinds of gizmos and gadgets going off here in the studio.
Yes.
That was sponsored by T-Mobile. And so definitely come out. Where they can get their tickets on Eventbrite?
Yes.
Yeah. And what's it under? Advance 788? How do they find it on
Yeah,
Advance?
if they just search Advance 788, it'll pop right up.
Pop
And
right up.
there's pre-registrations for the doctor recommendation. So if you guys go up there and do that, we could already get your paperwork sent out to you ahead of time. And that way, when you show up, you just give us your name, and you don't have to go through all that. And then
Easy
there's-
peasy macaroni and cheesy.
Yeah, and we've got still the camping tickets are up there. We've got the after hours party tickets up there. And then what I did post on the page earlier, that anybody that does have that were issued free tickets or purchased tickets from the Green Retreat, even though we are in no shape, form, or fashion affiliated with that organization any longer, because we want to make sure that the community is taken care of, we will actually accept your ticket. I mean, you're going to want to keep track of it so you can still hit them up for your refund. But
I wonder if the
Or it's a
other
copy
event will do
even.
that too. I mean, it is a celebration and an anniversary and all that, and it's just been just terrible what's going on here as far as the weather and all that stuff.
Just
So if you have a
tragic.
green retreat ticket and you're heading on down to Heavener, maybe they'll let you in for free if you can show that you paid for it, or you had a free ticket that maybe you got from when Grumpy was involved.
Yeah,
they'll
'cause-
let you
'cause I
in
think
for
he's gonna
free
be down there at
also.
that event
Because we're
anyway.
going to let you in for
because
free.
we're going to let you in for free.
Come on, it's a celebration. 788. 788.
Oh, yeah, and if anybody may have purchased some OG tickets and they're not able to go, we'll even accept your free tickets.
Yeah.
And you can come.
Classy.
I'm just saying, we're all about the community. We want to make sure that
right.
everybody's able to come.
That's right.
So if anything happens and you did purchase tickets with them and you'd like to stay in the city instead, you're more than welcome to come in, and we will honor your tickets at our event as well. So But it is only on Saturday, so we're not doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday like they are. But we'll be happy to let you come on out and party with us. And well, not really party, because really at the end of the day, this is still a medical celebration.
Right.
I mean, we're celebrating, so it is a party. But the misconception still is that it's other things. This is
Well, we've got solar. We've got a
education
solar
event.
education center that's going on over there. We've got the illustrious Mark Brenneman, who is Mr. Hemp. We're gonna realize our dream of building a hempcrete house here at some point. We've got a lot of other invitations out there, and an invitation to Grumpy that if something should happen and you don't make it down there, please come on back out. We'd love to have you speak or something. We'll arrange for a couple minutes for you to get up there on the stage, right? I mean,
Sure.
that's what it's all about. And anybody else out there, the Eccles, the Fet Gatters out there,
They're about the people.
That's it. It's all
That's
about
where
the
we'll be
people.
at.
They'll be right here in Oklahoma City, so we
Sure
can
will.
get them on out here. I'm sure they go to a lot of places that the shit's just hit the fan, and they go tour and they make sure everybody's good and make sure the people are happy, and so they're open invitation to them. We'll get a hold of them tomorrow and
We'll reach out
and
to them. So
start.
hopefully they'll come out
That's
still.
it. Yeah.
Because we're going to be there on Sunday.
Saturday.
My bad.
Yeah.
My brain. I'm
Actually,
working
we
on little
will be
sleep.
there on Sunday.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll
be
be
there for
still camping,
420
getting up.
church.
Possibly.
And
We got to leave at 1 on
even
Sunday.
if the minister
so.
doesn't show, it's
Larry's going to do it.
7:10 a.m.
I ain't going to get my
at
ass up
the
that early,
DJ
man.
booth. 7:10 a.m. DJ
Sunday.
booth. We're gonna have 420 church.
From
Yes.
hanging out till dawn at 7.
Yes.
Larry will be there.
Yes.
He'll be there doing his yoga.
Yes.
He'll be doing his yoga like
Namaste.
that.
And is it yoga both mornings?
No, just Saturday.
Just Saturday morning. So
Yeah.
I'll be all done my yoga by then, and so we'll just head into Sunday morning being an awesome one.
Yeah. So we've had some comments. I don't know if you see what else is going on there. Okay, so you want me to get started? It looks like we've got about 35 viewers. That's pretty good for a start.
Yeah. So go ahead, Miss Chronic. Let's get back
so like
to
I
the.
had said before, everybody probably didn't have a chance to get tuned on. So I have a tendency to have a slick mouth, and so I sometimes say things without thinking. So I typed up a little bit of things, and I'm just going to read it. I don't like to usually read from a piece of paper because that's not cool, especially when you're doing a live thing. But I think it's important to express myself and get everything out the way that I want to say it, and to try to do it as best I can. So here you go. This is a response to the situation that happened last night on the show I was called on, as well as for every single person who felt that it was okay to forward my personal information out to everybody that they could think of because they thought it was cute. So here we go. All right. Last night, after midnight, mind you, my cell phone from Facebook started blowing up. I was laying on the couch unwinding from my day with my son as he was playing video games on his summer break. I logged on and I listened to Billy and the Bean making a very special news announcement, and it was all about myself and my husband. And I thought, man, wow, I don't even know these guys. I've never met them, but I said, now mind you, I haven't done anything wrong, so why would they be saying things, and why am I the topic of their conversation? So I'm shocked by all the horrible and mean and hurtful things that I'm sitting there watching them say about me, and my 9-year-old is sitting there right on the couch. He's listening to me. He's hearing these things being said about me because he's playing his video games at summertime. Now, mind you, at this point, when I logged in, I had not heard the first 10 or 15 minutes of this show where they were slandering my name, made tons of misrepresentations, and blatant added lies about my past. I listened to 2 grown men who I have never met, I have never spoke to, except through text when I invited them to come on my show for Chronic Palooza, but they declined. Seen and logged, I have never seen these men or looked in their eyes. I've never shook their hand, and I'm listening to them calling me a bitch. And they said it more than once. They actually said it about two or 3 or 4 times. Really, actually, it wasn't Bean, it was Billy. Billy was calling me a bitch, saying I act like a bitch, he's heard I'm a bitch, and all these things. And just tearing me down. They called me through Facebook, and they wanted me to come on their show because, hey, they were having a great time talking about me, making fun of me. It was their job, they said. So, you know, some of the people on the show that we're watching, they thought it was funny, and they thought it was important to keep antagonizing it, and they just wanted to destroy me. I don't know. I've never met these people. But they did, and these 2 grown men thought doing this to a woman was okay. In fact, tons of people were engaging with them on their show and thought it was great TV to watch. Well, I didn't, and my son didn't when he saw when I hung up the phone and I started crying, Billy and Bean, and all the people who've been forwarding my personal information out to everybody all night and all day long. Here are your facts, Billy and Bean, and any of the other evil individuals who thought that it was okay to share my personal background for your own self-enjoyment and pleasure. I have successfully created and managed chronic docs where on 420 at the State Fair of Oklahoma, we've seen over 1,200 patients in that day. I did not receive $1 at that event. In fact, I actually had to hire staff to help me complete that project, and I did that. I don't know if Billy and Bean have paid $2,000, $3,000. They might have, I don't know, but I did. Since November, we have seen over 5,000 patients, if not more. We are able to see patients from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. We are able to help people who can't drive, people who are in hospice, people who are in the hospital, people who live in rural areas who say that the patient drives do not come to their city or their town for months on end, or the ones that are in town, they have months and months and months that they can't be seen by a doctor. And people clown my company all the time and say how expensive we are. But it costs a lot to do different things than what other people are doing. But we do it. And we created this type of patient recommendation system and have been helping patients before anyone else had started doing the telemedicine, at least on the scale that we have. I have never stole from any of my patients. There have been no claims or ill will or malice for me or anyone in any of the companies I have ever personally owned or worked for. I have put on the largest cannabis event in the state fair at 420 with 0 arrests, and it was a free event to the patients. And I did that with minimal help from financial supporters. I did have a couple of great sponsors, but for the biggest bulk of that, it was me busting my ass making phone calls. Me and 2 other chicks pulled that one off. And I did that event because I wanted to give back to the patients and make a difference. No one forced me to do it. I didn't steal anybody's ideas, for the record. People have been running around town saying they met with me and I stole people's ideas. That was me. And I did it. So, so anyway, so going back to Billy and Bean's show, while they were sitting on their show reading, they took the time out of their day to get partial information and read it. But the story is, at the end of the day, I have paid my debt to society. Since I've been home from prison, yes, I did go to prison. I have done nothing but create businesses that help the community. I formed a nonprofit 501c3 called AmeriCare that provided education and jobs and helped 285 people who were unemployed and underemployed get the skills they needed so that I could place them in a livable wage position because they were on food stamps or they were on welfare or they were whatever. So I did that. And I've owned and ran a current staffing company for over 5 years, providing employment all over the country. And now I've created yet another business and have provided employment, training, patient recommendations, and even helped grow medicine for patients. And I have done all this after serving my debt to society. What is sad to me is that every time I try to do positive, I run into an individual or individuals that discriminate against me for my gender. And because I made a legal error over 10 years ago. We live in America where bullying people because of gender should never be tolerated. Grown men that are trying to act as if they are for the cannabis community, that feel going on live feeds at 1 a.m. in the morning and using my personal background and my husband's personal background information as a way to sabotage all of my hard work for a competitive advantage should not be tolerated in this industry, period. I served 15 months of my life in federal prison for posting ads on Craigslist. That's all. That's it. It's called wire fraud because when you post ads on Craigslist in Oklahoma, Craigslist is in California. It goes over interstate commerce through the internet, and it's an electrical posting, and they call it wire fraud because they don't know how else to call it. I did not steal anything ever and was never convicted or accused of doing so. You guys were reading the Edmond Sun, the newspaper, before the judge said anything. You guys were just pumping it up. I was naive and was taken advantage of for me being naive at that time, but I believed in the justice system and that you are innocent until proven guilty. And I decided to go to trial, and the U.S. government decided to make an example out of me. My loyalty and unwillingness to cooperate against my then child's father and now my husband is why I went to prison. When I was tried and found guilty, I was 9 months pregnant and my husband and I's son. I went into labor the day we got sentenced. He got sentenced 8 years for the federal case. And I only got to stay with my newborn son for 3 months before I had to self-surrender to take myself to the federal system to do a 15-month prison sentence. This left my father and my stepmother in their 60s to take care of an infant and 2 other children. I am a wife, mother, taxpayer, entrepreneur, and I am an ex-felon. I am not ashamed of my past adversity because those adversities have led me to where I am today. This is what the 788 movement is about. It's what it was supposed to be about. It's being freed from bondage, not judging people for what they do or what they've done. Hashtag I am 788. And I'm dropping the mic.
Well, there you go. That's the way it is.
And if you have any more questions, my address is 4512 Northwest 16th and Meridian. You guys all have my Facebook page. And people that are concerned, it's called being a grown-up. You have a conversation. You don't go on social media and try to break people down and destroy them because that's not cool.
No,
and I'm
that's
done.
fine. I can bring anybody on if you want to talk to people.
Does anybody want to? I need to go grab my. Hooligan said it's called fraud. Again, Hooligan, I said what I said. I mean, you're a man. I got to go get my battery real fast. Y'all can keep talking amongst yourselves.
Well, that's it. We could pretty much go on for all night on this thing again. We'll be more than happy to bring you on there, Hooligan.
Chris Moe said you were calling him out. I think you were just offering him the opportunity to come speak if you wanted to. So it sounds to me like he's misinterpreting all this information. I mean, trying to be kind and invite a man to an event, and he wants to turn it around like we're looking for trouble.
Looking for trouble, yeah. I know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get
that.
it.
I
Somebody
just
wanna
let
explain
that
to me.
I don't know. Last I knew that we were actually friends. We talked about chess, things of that nature, and I haven't heard from him. I asked him to come on, but it never transpired, and so I think it might have been the.
I thought it was very admirable of y'all to invite him to come speak if he's going to be in the area, and I mean, people, that's why this stuff happens, is because people take everything out of context, what you're saying.
Yeah.
You try to do something good and invite them to come and speak, and then they turn around like, oh, you're looking for trouble. It's like, come on now. I thought it was a kind gesture to invite him.
Yeah. I don't know. I just was more shocked by it. I mean, yes. Well, they said it was their job, everybody. So I don't know what qualifies these 2 individuals to be able to. Well, actually, I mean, I know Billy came on today and tried to clean it up. You know, he did try to keep it positive. And again, I'm not trying to steer negativity. I'm not trying to create more problems. But for all the people who hit send and forward of my personal information, y'all don't even know me. And it was 10 years ago. And unless you did all the things I read on that piece of paper, then you don't even have a right to even push that button because you don't even know me. So that's all I'm saying. There were a ton of people. Y'all weren't doing that out of love. You weren't doing that for the patients. You weren't doing all those forwarding and passing and doing all that stuff because it was the right thing to do. Because I know damn sure that isn't the right thing to do. Because I was just telling Monica, you know, Oklahoma is a #1 state in incarceration, not in here. It's in the United States. And I read something because being with my husband and dealing with him being incarcerated now for 10 years, and he is currently incarcerated for weed. So if y'all actually did your homework properly, you would have seen they called me a liar about that also. But which the reason the white collar crime happened to begin with is because out of desperation not to do 30 years in prison. Not that it was right, it was never right. Nothing about it was right, you know. But, I mean, 30 years for weed is wrong from them. And they were supposed to run all his time concurrent, which they did not. If someone was watching my show a while back, I just brought that up, that there was a mistake made. So as soon as he did his federal sentence, they picked him up for the state, and they're trying to make him do 12 more currently. That's why I always say hashtag Free Wally. Even if it was fraud, hooligan, I mean, it still doesn't justify this amount of time. So my husband's doing all this time currently for weed. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just amazing to me. I mean, everybody that pushed that forward button, you didn't do that out of love. You didn't do that because you were concerned. You did that because that was nasty. That was ugly. That's something that can help tear down somebody. And I mean, I don't know about y'all. I mean, I got tons of chronic docs, patients that I've helped that will rave about us. So you guys were talking about fraud and all these horrible things about me. I could potentially get my business cut down the way I feed my children. You guys thought that was positive? To hurt patients by making up lies because nobody's came forward and said, I've did anything wrong, because I haven't. I don't, and I won't. All I do is try to do the next right thing. I'm married, but I'm a single mother. My husband's incarcerated. I'm up here just trying to figure it out like everybody else. And I'm on my grind all day, every day, just like everybody else. So the nerve of any of y'all to think you're better than me when there's, you know, with the statistics, it was basically in Oklahoma, 4 out of 5 people have felonies. And I have a staffing company. I know how to actually check backgrounds really easy. So I could go to Cooligan and Bean's, friends list, and I'm sure most of the people that were laughing and ha-ha hee-hee and bet you got some skeletons in your closet. But the difference is you don't got a show like this. So they tell me, I had to be transparent. It's required. No, it's called being a human being. It's called being a normal adult. People don't do that. You don't break people down just for the sake of trying to break them down.
No, that's just mean. That's bullying.
It's mean. It's called bullying. And 2 grown-ass men, bullied me last night. And their friends on their page thought it was cute, and they agged them on. So kudos to you guys.
So anybody out there got anything else to say about this
You're a man,
situation?
hooligan. You're 2 men. I'm a woman with 2 other ladies. And you guys did not want, you made a comment, we actually have it. We have parts we can play, that you guys made the comment about us trying to fuck up your event by having our event still on Saturday. We're not trying to fuck up your event. You won't even let people come down there that don't have their recommendation cards. They don't have a card, they can't get in.
They're trying to make it all about them. It
was never about you. Nobody cared about trying to hurt you in any sort of fashion, but you guys just took it upon yourselves to try to attack me and thought it was great. It's not great. And it is about a gender. I'm a woman. And all the men I talked to, they said that it was, should I say it? I won't say it.
Yeah, fucking say it.
They said it was a bitch-ass move. They said it was a bitch-ass move for you to talk to me and do that to me and front me out like that and talk about a woman. I'm not a man. I am a woman. I call it like I see it.
Imagine if every other business that had a problem with their competitor or event going on that day put it on Facebook.
And handled it like that.
Yeah. Can you imagine Walmart and Target going at it?
I mean, they do through commercials, but
Right.
they don't do
Right.
to
I'm
this
just
degree.
saying,
Like,
if
this
you
is
have a
something that
problem,
you're
call
trying.
you.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Talk
just
to
it
you.
was wrong. It was wrong. So, it is what it is. I've spoke my piece on it. I'm not going to keep dwelling on it. I know that we've worked really hard on this event with Green Retreat before it was canceled. They made the choice to cancel it. We looked at it
it's
and
the
we
same
made
group of people
it's a-
working on
yeah.
the event that was working on the Green Retreat.
Right.
So
And we're just plugging it in. It doesn't have the same cover bands. It doesn't have all the same government officials. It doesn't have the same brought to you by. We don't need a brought to you by. We are Advance 788. Educate, medicate, celebrate.
That's it.
So-
That's exactly it. And so really there, Hooligan, I don't know what he's asking about what you sent his wife or something like that.
I don't know your wife. I don't even know what her name is, and I've never met her or you. I have no clue what you're talking about.
There you go. So, yeah.
All I know is I'm trying to put on an event for the community. I'm trying to see patients. I'm trying to build people up. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to feed my children. I'm trying to live life. And I got bullied last night by 2 men. That's all I know.
But I think at this point, have you said your piece?
I'm done.
You ready?
Educate, medicate, celebrate, advance.
it. And
Hashtag
so-
I am 788.
I think that at this point, everybody, and we always just wanted to advance.
That's all
We
it
didn't
was.
want to get stuck in one place and,
Yeah.
and be like that. And so we want to advance. And so, whatever, I'm sure everybody can make better choices next time something like this arises or anything like that. And we should all just sit down and smoke some joints and, do what weeders do it.
love one another.
Love one another. That's make babies, not bombs. That's what I
you
say.
go.
That's the all that kind
How
of
do you
stuff.
sign up to
So,
volunteer? If you'd like to send me a personal message, I will be happy to put that down because we definitely need help. We'll take all the volunteers we can
Yeah,
get.
anybody that wants to come
So-
out, we're gonna have an awesome party. I think Medic Mike's gonna be out there with some of his.
I believe so. I got to firm it up with him. He
his
was on
party
here watching eating
toys and
popcorn
all
a
that
minute
kind
ago,
of stuff.
so we'll
yeah,
see.
make sure you don't get any of that stuck in your teeth there, Mike.
Lisa says we shouldn't, or you don't manipulate people either. I don't know if that was to me or.
Yeah,
to them.
no, it doesn't. The negativity is out, and we're just driving towards the event. We're going to keep building it up. If anybody wants to come out, anybody wants to vend, we're out there from dawn till dusk, pretty much.
Yep.
And as far as that patient recommendations, we're still trying to shoot for another 1,200 patients that get recommended, which
Mm-hmm. Yep.
is the number one priority in our focus, right? That's why we had the event. Really was
Yeah.
to duplicate that.
It was
patient.
actually, I mean, I didn't ask to be a part of the Green Retreat. The Green Retreat reached out to me because we had a successful 420 event and had seen 1,200 patients. And, I thought it was odd to team up with another promoter because I am trying to get in that space. I mean, that was my first big event. And Larry Bear thought, hey, we should do it and help patients. So we did, and we got involved with it. And
we're still going to do
and
that. We're going to
we're
still
still
help
helping
patients, and we're
yeah.
still going to go forward with it. And whoever shows up, that's who shows up. That's
Yeah.
the party. That's the
Hey,
beauty
with
of
just
it.
us there, it's a party.
hey, if it's just us, it's going to be a party.
If it's just us three and the Pride
Celebration.
crew, I am so down
Oh my gosh,
with
I'm so
that.
excited
The-
about that. Are
the
you not
Pride
excited about
crew
that?
is
The
just-
Pride
Yeah, the Urban Pride going to go and join forces with us, so it's going to be great. At the end of the day, it's all going to be great. I mean, the place is. There's several people I talked to that they had to go see it with their own eyes. They've seen things, they heard from one side, they heard from us, and they drove out there themselves to see it with their own eyes, and they seen it was fine. And it's not the tip-top shape because it just is summertime, and then we did just have lots of rain, but it's still very viable to have a great event. And so we're going to do our very best like we always do on everything else we do and try to have a great day and try to see as many patients as we can, listen to some great music. We got a couple food trucks confirmed. I don't know how many you got confirmed today, but I know we've got at least
we've got Eeks.
at least
me on the spot.
at least 4 or 5, and I know the Pride has some
answer
too.
that,
So
yeah.
plenty of food, plenty of good eating, and then they have a concession area up there too. And then that wakeboarding, they were out there today
They
when
were
we were out
crushing
there.
it out there on the
Those kids
wakeboard.
were out there killing it. They were smaller than my youngest son. they were killing it and whipping and jumping up over stuff, and it was cool. I'd like to try it, but I think I'll probably kill myself.
I'm seeing myself just falling off after the first run, and then what?
Yeah, so
So definitely go check out Advanced 788 on Eventbrite.
yeah. And then we got our Facebook page. It's Advanced 788 also. And I try to post things there and on my page too. And again, if anybody had tickets to the other event that was canceled, we want to honor those and just make sure to print them out, but keep you a copy so that you can get a refund from them whenever they're able to do that. But bring those out and we will honor those tickets as well. So. And then right now, I mean, today till the end of the day, today's our last day of 50% off. So if you want to go up to the Eventbrite and take advantage of that, you can get 50% off the tickets. And there's the general admission. We've got the camping, and we have the after hours party that now, well, it's not really a party, it's an after hours event, and it's going to be more of just a kind of a jam session with live acoustics. We have a DJ going to at certain times, but we'll have the bonfire going, and just, you know, I rented a RV, so I'm going to be out there, you know, with our team. We're doing the Chronic team, we're doing a team building out there. So, you know, after the patient drive, we worked our ass off all day. We're going to go hang out.
Pride.
That's right.
Glitties. Everything.
Yep.
Thongs. Yeah.
Weeder.
Weeders.
Wait, no. What were you going to have?
Weedos.
Weedos. Instead of a
Weedos.
Speedo, he'll have
Wear
his
the
Weedos.
Weedo.
He's going to do a cannonball.
It's going to be great. The diversity is just absolutely rocking. We hung out with a bunch of gay men growing up, and they always had the best weed. They always got the best girl.
And they have the best parties.
Best everything. The best parties. That's it. Well, it was, you can never. I can never find a date there, but I certainly was offered a few. But it's going to be a great time. Everybody needs to come out there, check it out. Eventbrite 788, Advanced 788,
Green's Bakery.
Greens Bakery.
Cannabis
Check
Island.
them out. 75.
Chronic
How many?
Brands.
75. 75 distribution points all over the
No.
state.
We're over 100 now.
She's
Over
over
100 now.
100, yeah,
What's the
and growing.
The Canagasm still rocking and rolling?
Oh man.
He talks about it. I think he enjoys it more than the ladies do.
There's a little shrine.
Yes,
There's a little
Cannabis is
shrine.
off the hook. If you haven't tried it, you must try it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely one of our top sellers, and you don't know what you're missing until you try
I have
it.
a little shrine on my bureau with it up there, and there's a bunch of like little sage burning. And
Canagasm.
As it should be.
that's it. So definitely go check them out at Greens Bakery. Miss Chronic,
Yeah.
you're fucking awesome. That's all
You know
I
what,
gotta say.
I'm just
say
trying to live
too-
my best
yeah.
life.
And you are, and since I've known you, Carrie, you're a hustler. You're an MFing hustler. You're a doer. You're not a sayer. You don't talk about it. You be about it. And I respect you mucho because you have to put up a lot of crap from people. Let the haters hate. Just move forward. Keep doing your best thing. Keep doing you, and God will be your vindicator.
Thank you.
That's all I can say. I mean, you work hard. I don't know, just nothing but good things to say about you. Positive
Juggling
things to say
kids
about
and
you,
businesses,
juggling
making it
juggling
happen.
Business. I don't know how you do it.
Grinder.
and finding me the best barbecue in the whole city.
Well,
Shout out to King's Barbecue.
yeah, we had that for lunch
It's
yesterday.
good.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
King's
Oh, she's
Barbecue.
like, who?
Yeah.
She served barbecue there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, today's the last day.
I have my
barbecue,
one.
so-
I have my one little picture I put up there, and it was like I can't see with my love. I can't see all the haters
Yes,
with my
with
love
your love
goggles on.
goggles, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
that's all it's
right.
about. It is what it is.
Yeah, bullies are going to be bullies, and just don't let them get to you. Just keep doing your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Stay positive like you are. Stay focused like you are. And stay driven most of all. You've got to be one of the most driven women I've ever met.
Absolutely.
Trying to get on y'all's level too. I'm just trying to get with the program, get with all the great women in the state and all the great guys too. There's tons of great guys that are in here too. I mean, I didn't want to make this about a man and woman thing, but sometimes
No,
it
definitely.
is, and I feel that's what it's been. With not just this, but the other issues as well, which I think we'll not speak on again.
Yeah, and that's it. Props to you, definitely, there, Miss Chronic. You've been awesome, and I'm so glad that the only time I'll do it. Shout out to Ben Job for hooking me up and introducing me to you, and rolling out that Chronic Palooza, which was just absolutely fantastic. And we're going to do
That was
another
a great time.
fantastic event out here at Advance
And
788.
we've got other great things on the horizon as well. We've got, other big things coming up. So this isn't going to be the last, of course,
Oh, no,
big
this is
event
just the
that we're
first of
doing.
many.
This was something we had to, this is kind of like one of them things that you worked really hard, you couldn't let go, and it's like, we can't let it go, let's hustle. We
Right.
got to hustle, hustle,
well,
hustle.
that's part
And
of
really literally hustling
Yeah.
about a week and a half to pull this off, to finish up the fine-tuned touches and rearranging things and redoing things, and to put together an event. So, but again, if it's just us that shows up, I'm good, but I know it's not going to be, because I look forward to seeing everybody out there. We've got a lot of really great things coming on, so.
Yep, absolutely. The thing of you got me on a roll again. I was all ready to roll out. Thanks to everybody that came in and watched what was going on here. We appreciate that.
Is that true?
So we appreciate everybody that came out.
Wait a second.
We got breaking news.
What? Huh? Read that real fast. Hold on a second. One moment, please.
Shing.
Is this true, though? We have to validate it before we say it, because I'm not someone to just say something.
Newsflash. This is where I really come into play here.
Yeah, I won't be that person, because I'm on my positive vibes.
Newsflash. Attention, Victor, Wards, and Worcester Ridge campgrounds are closed due to flooding. Below the dam will be closed by tomorrow as well. We are trying to contact everyone who has reservations for this weekend, but if we haven't contacted you, please, the office at 918-655-7212, and we can give you a rain check. We do not know if they will be reopened in time for the July 4th weekend, but we'll post here as soon as they are. We are very sorry for this inconvenience. And what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Right.
Oh, is that where the Lake Worcester State Park is, where the
No,
OG
that-
Cup
Yeah,
Festival is? That could be a problem.
it could be karma.
No, I think the
And I'm really
karma is the stuff that comes on the Milky Way bar that gets stuff that goes wingy out there like that.
And even with that being said, it's not even
I don't even
a
know if that's
celebration.
that's
I don't know
true
if it
or
is.
whatever it is.
It's coming from Lake Worcester State Park. It was posted 3 hours ago to the OG Festival 2019 from Max Trichomes, and it says Lake Worcester State Park. Like I said, I don't know. That's why I'd rather confirm it if that's true or not. Maybe we should go to it. They've got a Facebook page, Lake Worcester State Park, on their Facebook page. Let's confirm it. I don't like to do that if it's not true.
Well, is that where the actual thing is going on there, or is
It's saying
is
the
that
camping
just where they're
grounds. It may be
staying?
just one of the camping grounds.
Yeah.
I know they had a lot
And
of.
I know if they're weeders, they're not going to let a little water get in their way, right?
Usually the show must go on regardless. But I know they were having camping grounds with
There it is. It is true, folks. Right from the horse's mouth, Lake Worcester State Park, with that same announcement that's going on there. Maybe we
Where's
can
the phone number? Why don't we call it?
we can do that.
Let's call it and see if they'll answer.
Okay.
You want to call the number?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let me give you the phone number. What I'm looking at, if everybody else wants to check it, it's 918
Right.
655
Yeah.
7212. That's Lake Worcester State Park. They may not open because it's so late. We can try them tomorrow. I just don't like saying things unless I know for sure it's real, because there's so many people that put not proper things on Facebook.
Don't say anything dirty. We're on the phone with Lake Worcester State Park.
Same thing I said to my husband when I call him. Put him on speakerphone.
You're on speaker.
You're on speaker.
I don't think anybody's home.
It's too late.
Oh,
You have reached Lake Worcester State Park. Our office hours are from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. 7 days a week. Please leave a message. Thank you.
my essential tremor's kicking in. Can't hold the phone steady. Diddy. We'll call you back.
Okay. You got go to the Facebook page and see more.
So there it is. Yeah,
You
they're
on
all.
the Facebook page. Does it say that it's been? So it does say that it's been canceled on their Facebook page. So again, that honestly wasn't even part of this. It just fell into place. That wasn't even remotely in the plan. And I honestly, from the deep down bottom of my soul,
But it says except for the private parties that we already scheduled. So it looks like it's still going.
okay, it's still going then. I was gonna say I don't ever want to wish bad on nobody. So that wasn't. I was just saying that would be crazy.
Is anybody still from that crew still in the
Let's
room
see.
that can?
Well, they would have already
shed
said
a
it,
little
I'm sure.
light on it.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
going to be in there clowning about it, I'm sure, talking how stupid we are for even saying it.
Yeah.
Are we going to let the ticket holders in free if it's canceled? Well, our event won't be canceled because we've already looked at the forecast. We've already looked at the location. And even if it does, Woodstock was in the rain.
Yeah,
We're
if you
going.
if you
We're
have
gonna
an
make it
OG
happen, but
Cup
it's not-
ticket and you want to come over to our event, as
Come
long as
on
you-
over. Yeah.
sure.
We'll honor it. If they don't want to drive 3 hours and go hang out there, come hang out with us. That's fine. We'll recognize that as well as the Green Retreat tickets.
Yeah, sure, Shauna, come on, bring it. Let's go. So, all right, well, anything else?
I think
We can
that's
just sit
it.
here and field the tennis balls coming over the net, or just call it a night.
We'll just call it a night. Thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate your kind words, Monica.
Oh, I gotta show my love and support for my girl.
Yeah.
And
Thank
Larry.
you.
Thank
And
you so
Larry
much.
Bear.
And Larry,
Well,
I
thank
think
you
I have
for
some more
everybody for
candy
watching
you.
and listening to
Nice.
my long drawn out information, but I thought it was important. People have been texting me all day long, so I thought it was important to, at a minimum, speak my piece and let it be spoke. I was upside down half the time in the video, and I looked like straight hell because it was 1:00 in the morning and I was half asleep on my couch. So I wanted to be able to speak it in a more fashionable way.
There you go. So that's it for Monica from Green's Bakery, Carrie Cronick. This is Larry Reed, the man on weed. Thanks to my mom and dad who made this all possible. We appreciate you watching the June 24th edition, 2019 of The Grinder. Peace.
Good night.
This is a new peace sign, Larry, remember? You did good.
Still on. Yeah. Hot mic still.
Hot mic.